Hello, Bruno and Karla. How are you?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
Very, very good. I'm in Hawaii today, as you can see.
I
Beautiful.
love it. I want to be there too.
I know, I wish, I really wish. But this background is for you guys, for Elena Fish Market, of course, being a little fish in the sea. Today,
So for all the people wondering where all the fish are when we don't have that much fresh stuff, right there.
they're right here.
Right behind you.
Very, very fresh, that's for sure. Very fresh. So today is episode 5, Tuesday, January 26, 2021. And we have here today Bruno and Karla DaSilva of LNF Fish Market of my hometown, Little Portugal, San Jose. And honestly, they're one of the only markets that I go to get anything. I go to the grocery outlet and I go to LNF Fish Market and that's it. And honestly, I cringe every time I have to go to any other store because I don't know what they do there. But at LNF Fish Market, I know exactly what they do. I know they're very, very, very safe, very, very, very clean. They have strict COVID-19 guidelines and they abide by them. And I really appreciate that. I feel very safe when I shop there because I know now it's a very crazy time and not even to Target I like to go anymore. So it's kind of difficult. And I would say that if anyone is feeling the way that I'm feeling, I would say definitely go and check out LNF Fish Market. They have plenty of different products, not only fresh fish and different seafood, but they have other products as well. So can you guys explain what other products that you have at the market, just in case for any listeners that want a safe and secure place? And you guys also do pick up curbside, right? So if you guys need anything, you can call them and you can say, hey, can you please put this order on hold? And then, there's a curbside pickup. You guys can handle the payment with one another. And it's very simple, very easy. And the thing that I love about them is that they are very quaint. So they only allow a certain amount of people in the store. And I really appreciate three people. So I really appreciate that because, again, I've been there plenty of times and they abide by the rules and I feel safe. So can you talk about a little bit of the products that you do carry at LNF Fish Market?
Oh, yes. And hello, Marisa. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So yes, of course, other than being a fish market, we've always been a Portuguese store. It's always been Portuguese owned, Portuguese ran. So the olive oils, the local bread deliveries from local Portuguese bakeries, cheeses, wines, linguiças, canned tunas, canned sardines, things of that sort. All of my stuff that we do sell there are salted bacalhau, of course, codfish. Pretty much everything we sell is either imported directly from Portugal or maybe locally made by Portuguese companies or from the East Coast, but it still has a Portuguese kind of descent to it. So you're not going to find this stuff like at a Safeway or a grocery outlet per se.
Yes. Okay. So you are a specialty Portuguese market and you guys were founded in 1976. And they were actually owned by somebody else. And your father, Manuel Oliveira, started to work there in the 80s. And he worked there for quite some time. And then after some time passed, the original owner, he, wanted to retire. And your father then took on the role. And your family has been in management and ownership ever since. Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because I remember when I was a kid and I would go there to specifically only go to the salted cod, and this is horrible.
Chocolate.
This is so horrible. It's so embarrassing. I would pass my finger on the fish, of course. Me and my brother, we would do that. So I remember Bruno used to work there when I was a child. So could you talk a little bit about when you started to work with your dad and a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, of course. Yes, so my dad came to the United States. One of his very first jobs was the fish market, part-time employee. And since I was a little kid, I would just kind of tag along with him. And I just kind of was there. Sometimes I'd be in the back washing the fish trucks or mopping or sweeping or something, and I get my little paycheck would be a Regina chocolate with a popsicle and a Pepsi, maybe. You know, that was my paycheck after a Saturday's work or something like that. But eventually he grew up.
You were happy with the little thing.
If you have not had Regina and a popsicle, a chocolate and a popsicle, you don't know what royalty is. That is. But either way, so I grew up there pretty much my entire life. Most of our customers have seen me since I was a kid. And I do remember you, Marisa, and your brother.
Oh my God.
Tiny little kid with your mom coming by, being our neighbors. Being there my entire life, yeah. Eventually, my dad had the option to buy it and approached me and said, hey, do you want to help me with this? And I said, yes. And I've been at it now for 20 years or so full time. So.
Wow. And you're not retiring anytime soon because we don't want you guys to go anywhere. Okay. I know it's tiring. I know it's tiring at times, but please don't go anywhere for a very long time.
I haven't hit the lottery yet to retire. So no.
Me neither, brother.
We'll play our luck this weekend if it's still going.
I'm always trying. So your family has been involved with that for many, many years. You yourself have been involved for 20 plus years. And do you ever foresee maybe your daughters or other family taking over?
If it was up to my daughters, they would probably be there every single day instead of being, especially during these times, being homeschooled.
Aww,
they do not mind touching fish. They don't get gooey, slimy. No, like,
wow.
They want to help. And
very good.
Prior to COVID, they would actually come after school and help. They love to, price stuff and put stuff on the shelves and things like that. With the times now, obviously, we're not,
I don't know if this is their long career, though.
But they do love to be involved. And they do love to be there. And that's very good. They don't get grossed out with the fish or taking the stuff out inside.
Yeah, no, they love to eat fish. I mean, since Bruno's parents took care of the kids when they were little, since they were like 2 years old, and I was working and Bruno was obviously at the store, they were always very good at introducing them to Portuguese traditional dishes and obviously a lot of fish. So the girls are not scared about eating fish at all. They like it. And then the times that we have them stay with us at the store, we'll make it fun. It's like, hey, let me do a video of you cleaning a fish, and they'll be eating it, they'll be touching it, and they'll help us clean the store. And they love interacting with the customers too.
That's very important. And that leads me to my next thing, that another aspect of why I love Elena Fish Market is because you guys are personable. You guys have great customer service. You guys treat your customers like family. And that's why they keep coming back, not only because you are safe and you are, local, you're next to all of us, but you also treat us like your sister, like your brother, like you've known us forever. So I know that people love that feeling. They can't get that at Safeway. They definitely don't get that at grocery outlet.
I watched you grow up. You watched my kids grow up. So many of my customers have watched me from this little to where I'm at today, and I watched their kids and grandkids grow up, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, your grandson's taller than you now. You know what? Wasn't he just born last 2 years ago?
And that is an amazing
personal feeling there.
You literally, Elena Fish Market is literally our baby, like our family, So not only do we love you guys, but we just love it in general. Because for me, example, I've lived on Short Ridge forever, and I went to Five Wounds School. And the Elena Fish Market, I mean, it's like a staple. You know exactly where it is. It's next to the freeway. It's across the street from the church, across the street from IS Hall. I don't know. It's just like...
Olá. Bom dia. Tem a peixaria em frente à igreja.
Oh, they always call to ask you that? Oh,
that's all it is. And then they know.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most things for me, fun part that I love about the store is the interaction with the customers. You know, it's like you get a bond, you get these customers that are one-time customers, and that's fine, or once in a great while. But then you get these customers that are once a week or every other week, and then they know your name. And I am horrible with names, but if I see you, I know you, and I can recall the conversation we had the time you were there before, you know. And it's like, for me, a lot of customers, they come, they get to know me, or we get to know each other. And then every time they come, they bring me a plant, they bring me vegetables, they bring me fruit. I'm like,
that is amazing.
They love me.
She gets all the gifts.
I get all the gifts.
I just get stuck cleaning their fish.
They bring me the fresh eggs from their yard, or they bring me some bread that they make.
I'll bring you some fresh eggs because I'm gonna be moving to the valley soon. I want some chickens.
I'm gonna hold that against you.
I'll bring you some eggs.
We had a customer from Watsonville that came in today for some Pop 6 that she had ordered yesterday.
I think she brought us like a 24
tray of her homegrown eggs. Yes.
If people ask me, do you like fruit? Yes.
And fig. She brought me a jar of fig jelly.
That is in our house. That disappears. It disappears. Like it's here for a day or two and it's gone. I love that.
It's an amazing feeling, like how
when
our customers
bring something to
treat
me
us,
or for us. It makes us feel like, okay, we are making a difference in their lives. You know, obviously they're thinking of us when they're not here. So that makes us feel special. And it's like, we're doing something right to make that impression that they feel, to bring something. Because usually you want to give somebody to somebody that means something to you. You know, that's
of course.
Letting them know, I was thinking about you. I have you in mind. We appreciate you. So
that is very sweet. And I've converted my neighbors into LNF Fish Market goers, right? And they're Portuguese. Paolo's Italian, and Diana is from Finnish background, from Finland. So yeah, they love your market. They were obsessed with the queijo fresco for the longest time.
Yes. She was there last week, I think.
They love the massa margherita, and then they love the Pop 6. Oh, and the cheese. Like the regular São Jorge cheese. And then I was going to ask you guys. So you guys, to me, are the definition of a power couple. You guys literally are with each other all the time and help each other out with every single thing. Like, not only are you husband and wife, lovers, but you're best friends as well. So I wanted to dig in a little bit deeper and see what exactly are the roles of this power couple at the market. So Karla, what are your roles? And then Bruno, what are your roles? And you don't have to say everything. You can just give a little bit of an overview.
That's easy. Go ahead.
I think I'm just the support at the store. He does all the heavy lifting. He does all the fish cleaning. I think my job there is just to support him in getting through the day and assisting customers. You know, I'm usually at the register. That's where you mostly see me at. So I think my job pretty much is support role.
Social media is all her.
Yes,
so
and you do
if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, that is all her.
So you're all her. You are a project manager, you are customer service, and you are a social media guru, basically.
Occasional janitor.
As well. Yes. Yeah. Super mom. I mean, the list goes on.
Super mom, of course.
So the roles at when we're home, the roles switch. You know, it's his turn to be support to me, and I'm the one managing everything around the house. So I think that's how we.
I'm the garbage man at home.
Yes, Felish, very good.
He's a backup when I can't get a point across. But I think that's how I'm not gonna lie, there are days when we are at the store and we're like, I can't stand you today, and I'm here and we're together because this is what we need to do to make it through the day. So that there again shows we're there to support each other, no matter how many times I want to walk out the door, because he's Portuguese and he does piss me off a lot of the times.
Yeah,
we stick it out. But.
So I know. Eu sei o que casa gasta is what they say in Portuguese.
Yes.
I don't know. What does that mean?
I know how much the house spins. I don't know how it directly translates.
Kind of, exactly, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's perfect. And then Bruno, what exactly are your roles? So the heavy lifting from the trucks, you do the deliveries, you go check out the stuff, you get the stuff ready to go, right? You clean the fish, everything.
Pretty much everything, one way or another, passes through my hands or through my head.
Okay.
Either way. You know, most days I can be up and about at 3, 4 in the morning, getting orders ready for, like you mentioned, curbside pickups or general public to come in, all the way down to just paying the bills and taking care of day-to-day jobs. You know, people sometimes forget that because we might have a line out the door.
I'm making a face right now because, you know, I've been in that position where
I have to like mentally plan it ahead. You know, it's a lot of work, and
difficult. Yeah,
people don't understand, especially a lot of our like newer customers or first timers. It literally just Karla and I.
Yeah,
there.
literally.
We don't have any employees. There's no other help. It's just us two. So it's a lot of work for us.
It's hard sometimes to keep up with those bills. I can only imagine, because when I volunteered at the Group Carnival to help them out as a treasurer, you know, you were part of the bills, and there was plenty of times that, you know, I would tell the president, like, hey, can you talk to Bruno? Because I can't pay him today, but maybe I could pay him next week. And you were always, I'm not giving too much information. That's literally, I'm only talking about L&F Fish Market.
No.
It's they don't like, you know, a lot of things out and about. But I mean, honestly, you guys were secure with me that you knew that I would pay you, but you had a bond with me that you knew that, okay, right now she can't, but.
Yeah. And we do that with all of the organizations, especially
and you know, and she's off my shoulders now.
and we do it too with some customers too. Yeah. Well, he does it, you know. I haven't been there long enough to be able to determine, okay, you know, he's comfortable doing this, but we have had some customers that for whatever reason, they have family emergency, you know, that happen, and they can't afford to buy something, but they need stuff for their housing. You know, food is always essential, right? Yes. And he's more than happy to say, take what you need. And, you know,
and that all started because of my dad.
Come back when you're, so there, again, that goes into the bond that is there with the customers, right?
It's a friendship. It's a friendship.
Yes. I mean, I have a very interesting story even about that. I was able to go to your market with a painting. I love this story. I honestly love this story. It makes me feel like I'm like back in, I don't know, the 30s and the Azores or in Portugal or something. And I went there with this painting like a little gypsy girl. And I was like, hey, Bruno, do you like this painting? It's of your city. And it was a painting that my dad did of Viseu, because my father and your family is from the same city in Portugal. So I went there with the painting. I was like, would you want it? And you're like, yeah. So that we did an exchange. And I'll never forget that. He got the painting and I got groceries. And that to me will always stick out in my mind, because I mean, it was 2020, like, when does that happen? When can I go to the grocery store and give them a painting in exchange for groceries? Yeah.
And that painting is up on my store. Yes. I see it every single day. It is up
everybody
there.
That comes in asks, where did you get that? I've actually given your dad's
we give him a whole lot of shout outs.
Page
oh my God.
To a whole bunch of customers, because I love that painting and who did it. And I'm like, okay, let me direct you, because I don't have a number to give.
Senor Luis Silva. You know
what? That's amazing. I did not know this.
I have to say, your dad has his paintings since he started via quarantine.
They actually want to buy it off us.
They're amazing. People offer me so much money. They don't even know what it is, and they just offer it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. This is personally my painting. It's not for sale.
I'm in shock right now. My face.
Like, and your dad's paintings have been getting better and better and better. It's amazing, his artwork. And
that is true.
Personally, we are collectors of his paintings.
Yes, you are. You already have like what, 5 of them, I think? Or 4?
Let's see. Here at home, we have 1, 3. We have 4 here at home.
Yeah, another 4 at the store.
And then we have another
customer. For sure.
Well, no. We just enjoy his work. It's great.
That's
Your
amazing.
dad
The girls
has
love their
skills.
paintings.
He really
So
does
we actually
surprise
each
me.
have one. We have one in each room. So the girls have one, you know, they each picked a painting and they each have it in their room. And then I have, Bruno and I have one in our room.
Yes. And then you have
Our
two
inside.
at the store, I think, right? An ocean one or
Three.
or
We have three.
so
We have the boat, a sailboat, the sailboat Viseu, and we have the ocean waves.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh wow. So you have three. You have 6 paintings.
7.
Oh,
7.
God, that's amazing.
No, it's amazing that your dad is that great and that amazing of a painter.
Seriously, to me, it was a huge shock just because I painted a lot, you know, as a kid, as a teen. I was involved in painting. My father was there many times seeing me paint, and many times he even bought the supplies for me. And he was always supportive about painting. His brother is a really amazing artist in Portugal. And, you know, he maybe just supported me because he maybe thought that, oh, well, my brother is an artist. Maybe my daughter, you know, she likes it too. But he never thought for himself that maybe he could do it. But honestly, my father is very, very good at making plans for houses and stuff like that. So he would draw out the house plans all by himself. You know, the outer and the interior, he can do everything as far as design, like literally drawing very well. So if he could do that, he probably something clicked in his mind. Like, if I can draw this, maybe I could paint. And then he started to paint, and the rest is history. All the time he starts doing different.
Better and better.
He's getting better. We have another story too of, what do you call it? Bartering?
Bartering, yes.
Yes, there you go.
Barter?
Yes, we have for our daughter's birthday too. We were having a party at Benfica. You know, we had
Casa
rented Casa Benfica. We rented
guys.
And the DJ, we had a DJ party, and the DJ is a regular customer of ours. So he goes like, well, I'll DJ your daughter's party and you guys give me fish in exchange. We're like, hey, that works for us.
That
So we had an ongoing tab until eventually we paid for his services.
You know, he's a well-known DJ. He travels all over. He's been doing the libraries for kids and all that
San
stuff.
Jose
So
City,
San Jose City and all that stuff. So it's like, you know,
that is
we're open to all of that.
You know what? Honestly, there is nobody on the planet I feel that I can ever encounter that would do that. So I definitely appreciate that you guys are like that. And it's all about the bonds that you guys create. And you guys literally are a prime example of how to create a bond with a client and keep and maintain it, because it's very easy to get a client or make a client, but it's very hard to retain that client, and especially for many, many years, have the same clientele. And then that leads me to my next question. Do you see a lot of new clientele now from the coronavirus, or were you already getting new clientele before that as well?
Okay, for sure, yes, because of due to COVID and, you know, the power of the internet per se, right? Google
and people staying home and wanting to, you know, cook and practice.
We do have a lot of new clientele. We've had to kind of focus our fresh seafood kind of to different cultures and different ethnicities.
Portuguese culture.
Because it's not just the Portuguese community that serves our Portuguese store.
Anymore, yeah.
We have to be able to serve a lot of the new Vietnamese, Indian customers, African American, Filipino, Italians.
We have a lot of Italians.
You know, Armenian people, whatever it may be. And if they come in and ask, hey, can you get this? We try our best. And if we get it, we have a customer that's going to be coming back. So
awesome.
Yes, it's this past year, COVID has been crazy for everybody, but I think it's actually been a really blessing for us at the same time, because again, with Karla doing her part, social media, and obviously Google, Facebook. Marisa, you share our posts a lot, so thank you.
Yes, I love your posts. I try to share them as much as possible.
Thank you.
Word of mouth has just been the best advertisement since we don't do any advertisement. It's been great. It's been amazing. So, but it just causes me to have more work and more 3, 4 o'clock in the morning wake ups and at the store.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, do you have to go to bed at like 7 or 8, or what do you do?
So I text you earlier. Can we move it a little bit back? Because when we get home, we normally get home around 3:30, depending if we're able to get out on time, from the store. And then we come home. When the girls are at my in-laws, I have to drive over there and pick them up and come home. And then we got to find something to eat. Or when they're here, we come straight home. So after we eat, if he doesn't fall asleep by then, he'll come in, he has his man cave, he sits down. He normally knocks out for 2 to 3 hours.
Got it.
Every day after we get back from the
I take
store.
my power naps.
It's
basically.
like his nap.
You wake up, and then what happens after that? You eat something, then you go back to sleep, or?
I hang out. We wake up, hang out. Then I say hi to my daughter.
He'll hang out with the kids.
Everyone's still awake when you wake up. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you wake up and everyone's already sleepy.
No. They're still awake. It's more like, we get home at 3. So if he gets here by 3:30, he'll knock out, and then he'll be awake by like 6 o'clock.
Think about it as like your daughter taking her afternoon nap.
Yes.
If she doesn't take her nap, she gets cranky and all that stuff. But if she takes a little,
especially if she was waking up at 3 a.m.
Yes.
and doing delivery.
Exactly.
He wakes up pretty early.
Yes.
But then I'm wired to get up, 3 to 4 o'clock. I'm no alarm set.
Even on Saturdays,
Wow.
Sundays and Mondays when we're home, we can sleep in. He's up at that time. I'm like,
So
I'm not a morning person.
Already. Yeah.
So I let her sleep in all the time.
Because I'm not a morning person. I'm like, it takes me.
It takes me a minute.
It takes me a while.
So I have some random questions for you before we wrap it up, because I'm very curious about this. What are your 3 to 5 top products at L&F Fish Market, your top sellers? Could be anything.
In general?
I believe one is the bacalhau.
It's the bacalhau. It's
Topo cheese.
Queijo São Jorge. Exactly.
Wines. Olive oils.
And of course, it's the fish.
And the fish.
Peixe vermelho, or any kind of red fish, roca, snapper, thing like that. By far. By far.
Fast. And then what are your top 3 to 5 products that your family loves?
I personally love my my bondia olive oil and my red wine vinegar, because I make my salad.
Yum.
For my salad. And let's see, what else? Oh, when it comes to fish, my top 3 fish is like the pink grouper, what is the lingcod, and now I love monkfish.
Wow. Beautiful.
Those are my.
So now I have a random question now. So what are the fishes? I don't know if you had a chance to really check out your flyer. What are those fishes that you're holding, Bruno, a huge fish, and then Carla's holding like 2 pink groupers?
I think the ones I'm holding are the pink groupers.
No, I was holding a grouper.
You
I was holding like 25-pound pink
big,
grouper.
huge.
You were holding 2 of the rough eye rock cods.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of my favorite photos of her too.
That's my favorite photo of her too. How funny.
It's so beautiful.
Like, see my
wow. And those fish were like 15 and 18 pounds each, I think. If I remember.
Hot. Pretty much she looks hot. Even though like you have a mask on.
No sweat or anything. Shows those muscles off.
Thank you.
Love
You're
that
making
photo.
blush.
Love it. And then, so I already asked you what the top products were. I already asked you for your personal favorites. What would you tell anyone that has never been to your store or who is not Portuguese? What would you tell them to try? And it could be 3 to 5 items as well. What would you tell them to try?
Easy. Especially if you're not Portuguese, you have to try our Portuguese cheese. You definitely have to try
the wines.
The wines. But I was gonna say you got to try our Portuguese canned tuna or canned sardines. You know, any of our conservas like that. People are not familiar with that, but once they try it, and we get a lot of people of all cultures, and Bruno, which one would you recommend? And I say, hey, try this can of tuna. They come back and they don't want no American tuna, you know, chicken by the sea or anything. That's putting names out.
As you know, I would have. I love
whatever.
To say,
you know,
I love to say I married into the Portuguese culture, right? So before I knew Bruno, I tried the tuna from the stores from Safeway, and once he gave me the tuna from the store, never have I had
the other kind again.
The other kind.
Tuna in water.
If it doesn't come from the store, I will not have it.
Dang, you guys are bougie now. You know what's good, and you don't want to go back to.
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
You know? Exactly. But yeah, other than that, definitely got to try our Portuguese, like sweetbread, even our pot six. You know, just the biscottis, things like that. I mean, all our Portuguese food is great. The linguiças, you know, I recommend Goulash linguiça all the time. Right? The small is a big thing we do. I will just try a can. You know, get a cold can.
Ooh.
Your wines.
That's a pretty wine.
Yes, of course.
And there's one more thing before we go. I appreciate you guys coming on to Amá CONVERSA and this beautiful interview. I really, really have enjoyed it. There's one more thing that you guys have started in 2020, which now you guys have a little bit more Portuguese products as far as hard goods, not food goods, but you have the roosters now, you have masks, you have some shirts, you have the princess shirt with the crown, the pink one that I wear. Can you talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yes, we are selling stuff from Rooster Camisa. Goretti contacted us if we wanted to corroborate with her and we can sell her stuff, especially because, you know, the festas, which is how she used to get all of her products out, are not happening now, and it sucks. So she's like, if I, you know, we can work together, I can send you the items, you know, people can pick it up there and buy it there, you know, if you see it, you want it, kind of thing. And we said, yeah, let's do it. So we sell her Portuguese masks, we sell some of the shirts, we sell
all the galos
that she has,
all the sizes,
the sport galos, and just, you know, the different color galos. And then we have tablecloths,
custom order napkins, you know, liners, everything, really. That's all the stuff from Camisa.
So just for the listeners listening, if you are already a fan of Rooster Camisa, you are able to get the Rooster Camisa items at L&F Fish Market in San Jose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't have to wait for shipping or anything. Come and pick it up.
Yep, shirts, galos, everything is there, ready to go.
Yes.
So I appreciate you guys, and thank you again for serving our community for so many years. And not only that, but being our friends and our neighbors. So for that, we appreciate you.
Thank you. We want to thank everybody, you know, for their support, because if it wasn't for the support, we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be able to stay there. And, you know, with COVID, we definitely appreciate, and we are so grateful. We are so blessed that we have a lot of support to keep going. Because right now it's really hard for any business at all, even if it's essential, even, you know, some central places, just because people don't go.
Yes.
They don't want to go out, or they're scared. And that's one of the reasons why we're so strict with all of the COVID guidelines. And, you know, if you don't know, it's 3 people inside. Once you're inside, we have hand sanitizer so that you don't.
We provide you.
Yes, that we provide. So
right at the door, there's hand sanitizer when you walk in.
Yep. So your hands are clean, and you can feel safe that whoever was there before you, their hands were clean too, you know. So we try and do all our part, because it's not just about keeping our customers safe. It's about us keeping ourselves safe and our family as well. 100%. So thank you to everybody that's been kind enough to show us support, that's continuing to show us support, and understanding when we have to close early or when we're not there.
Of course. I mean, crazy times, we all have lives too, so it's good to find that balance, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna send you guys a big virtual hug, and I hope you love this, and I'm gonna go dive in there now.
Dive in. I want to dive in there too.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good one and I appreciate you.
Marisa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beijinho.
Beijinho.
Bye.
Bye.
Beijinho.
Good night.